Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and thanks for tuning in. Today's video is all about the 10 biggest lies in the real estate industry. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Number 1, every agent in a brokerage is the same. This is a common misconception in the real estate industry, and what you need to know is that every agent, regardless of if they're in the same brokerage, is a small business owner. And just like any other industry, there are good business owners and not so good business owners. There are basic rules and standards, but each agent operates within their own business model, and everyone has a different degree of market knowledge, of marketing styles, and customer service levels. Do your research and don't be afraid to interview a few different agents, because it is a mistake to think that one agent is the same as the next. Number 2, you should always pay off your mortgage as quickly as possible. This is part of a much larger conversation, but it's not always the most effective strategy to pay off your mortgage as quickly as possible, especially in today's low interest rate environment. Depending on the rate on your mortgage, it could be in your best interest to just make lower payments or interest-only payments if that's an option to you. You would then be able to invest more money in a high interest savings account or another investment vehicle that earns you more money than what your home loan costs you. I would recommend that you do your own research and crunch the numbers for your own specific situation to see if this is a smart option for you. Number 3, you don't qualify for a mortgage. Yes, today's mortgage rules have made things a little trickier, but regardless of your income or credit, anybody can purchase a home. Creative options such as vendor financing, joint ventures, second mortgages, and many more provide endless opportunities. I would suggest that you talk to an awesome mortgage broker to figure out what your options are. If you don't know one, let me know and I can recommend a few great ones. Number 4, it's all about price. Negotiating mainly on price is going to limit your opportunity. If you can offer more favorable terms to the other party, then price can become secondary. Some examples of this are possession dates and the type and amount of conditions that you put in your offer. Number 5, the more experience an agent has, the better. If a realtor hasn't kept up with changing technology, regulations, market conditions, or modern customer service styles, all of their experience is not going to help you be properly represented. Again, do your research and don't be afraid to interview a few different agents. Number 6, guaranteed sold or we'll buy it programs. Alright, I can't outright call this a lie, but these programs are almost never in the best interest of a seller. They can be enticing as part of a marketing campaign, but there is so much fine print and qualifications in these programs. Make sure that you understand fully what these are before you decide that a certain agent or brokerage is best for you. Number 7, as a buyer, you should work directly with the listing agent to get the best deal. A realtor selling a property cannot represent their seller's best interests and yours at the same time. It's a conflict of interest. So save yourself potentially thousands of dollars and find an agent that can represent your interests throughout the buying process. Number 8, banks are the best sorts of financing. Banks have different mortgage options, but they can only ever offer you their interest rates and a handful of options. Mortgage brokers work with all of the big banks and other lenders, so they have a ton of different options and interest rates to offer you, plus they tend to work around your schedule. Number 9, renting is more affordable than owning. This goes hand in hand with point number 3 that I've already talked about, and it can depend on the city and the market, but from a long-term perspective, this is simply not true. In fact, rental costs now exceed mortgage costs in Calgary, so even from a month-to-month perspective, it's more expensive to rent versus own. Yes, there are costs of homeownership involved, and you need to be able to afford at least 5% down, but in the long term, owners almost always have a drastically higher net worth than renters. If you're wondering how to get out of renting and into homeownership, again, the best way to go forward is to talk to your mortgage broker. You might be surprised what options are available to you. And finally, number 10, my favorite, realtors make a ton of money. Yes, the amount of money that a realtor makes on one transaction can be a lot of money, but the reality is the average annual salary for a realtor is less than $30,000. Business development, marketing, and day-to-day business costs are huge challenges in this industry, and it might surprise you to know that 85% of people that join the industry fail within their first 2 years. That's it for me. I hope that you've enjoyed these 10 biggest lies of the real estate industry. Of course, if you've got any questions about this information or just about the Calgary real estate market in general, please don't hesitate to get in touch.